Welcome to Man at the Tap, a podcast from Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community, and we refer to the daily Bible reading as our spiritual manna. It nourishes our souls, fostering spiritual growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. Today is Friday, November the 7th, 2025, in the 21st week after Pentecost during this season of ordinary time. This is a time for us to live an extraordinary disciplined life as we grow spiritually. The lectionary reading is from the first book of the Bible, the book of Genesis, chapter 38. It's an intriguing story about one of the sons of the patriarch Jacob, who was the great grandson of the patriarch Abraham. The son's name is Judah. He was involved in a family conflict with his brothers. They were jealous because Joseph, their younger sibling, was their father's favorite and wore a special coat he received from him. His brothers were planning how to kill Joseph when Judah saw a caravan of merchants heading down into Egypt and sold Joseph to them. He then went home with Joseph's special coat dipped in blood and told their dad Jacob that they had found the coat but no Joseph. Shortly afterward, Judah left the family compound to visit his friend who lived in Canaanite territory. There he met a Canaanite woman and they married, having 3 sons. Judah chose a wife for his firstborn son, and her name was Tamar. However, his son offended God, and God took his life. According to the tribal laws of that time, his second-born son was to marry his brother's widow. When the first child was born and it was a son, that son would be considered the son of the deceased brother and thus eligible to inherit his estate. Whenever he laid with Tamar, he deliberately ejaculated his sperm on the ground. God was displeased with his actions and took his life. Judah deceitfully promised Tamar that when his third son came of age, he would marry him to her. In the meantime, she was to remain a widow in her parents' home. Sometime later, Judah's wife died, and after mourning her, he headed back to be with his friends. And someone told Tamar that her father in law would be in the area. So she devised a plan to deceive him in order to protect her future. She took off her clothing as a widow, put on a veil to conceal herself, and sat near the entrance to the town. Judah saw a woman and, thinking she was a prostitute, asked if he could sleep with her. He bargained for a young goat as payment. But as a security deposit, she asked for his personal seal and cord along with the staff he was carrying. In today's term, That is like asking for his credit card. He agreed, handing them over to her, and slept with her. He quietly sent his friend with the goat to find the prostitute he had slept with. His friend tried to locate her, but the men in the area told him there was no prostitute there. Judah was embarrassed about what had happened and told his friend to forget it. 3 months later, someone told Judah that his daughter-in-law was pregnant. He ordered them to bring her out and commanded that she be burned. As she was being brought out, she sent word to Judah along with the items she had taken as a security deposit. The person I'm pregnant for owns these items. Do you recognize them, Judah? That changed everything for Judah. He recognized them as his. He had seen a veiled woman, but he did not know it was Tamar. He stopped the proceedings, declaring that she had been more righteous than he. Judah had not kept his promise to give his youngest son to her, but since she slept with Judah, he would be the one to fulfill the tribal law of that day. Well, that's as far as the lectionary reading goes. If you want, read the rest of Genesis chapter 38 to learn the rest of the story.